Hey there, everyone. Laurie here. And I'm going to wait a moment or two to make sure that my stream is working here tonight. It's been a little while since I've been able to connect with everyone here on all these platforms. So if you can see me, hear me, let me know in the chat and where you're tuning in from. I'm going to make the chat live for myself so I can see what's going on. I think I can find the chat. There it is. Okay. Alrighty, my friends. Hello, hello. I see that a few people are watching. So this is always that awkward moment in the beginning where I try to see if you can see me on the pages, and let's see if you can see me on the Laurie Barraco page and or the Mystical Moon Facebook page. So let me know. Yep, I see myself on that page. And well, you all right? Yes, looks like we've got liftoff here. Okay, so hello, hello, hello. And I'm gonna say I misspelled hello. Hello. All right, everybody. How are we doing? It is Monday, May 26th, 2025, and I am Laurie Barraco, and I am looking forward to connecting with some of you. Hey, Paul. I see Paul's there. This is a different time, a different day where I should have better reception. I just think at the shop that sometimes there's just too much going on with the internet between all the things pulling on it, that this is probably a better format and place. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Paul. Hey, Anne. Hi, Jamie from Jupiter, Florida. All right. Okay, this is so good. I'm just going to switch over quick to Instagram. I see my friends on Instagram as well. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. So it is, again, Monday, May 26th, and I'm Laurie Barraco, and it is 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you all and sharing a little bit about what's up at the shop. Astrologically, we have a new moon in Gemini that we're all experiencing those energies as well. And at the end, towards the second part of the live, I will answer your psychic questions. So hello, so good to be here. So to catch the live with me, you can follow the newsletter, sign up for the newsletters, either my newsletter or the Mystical Moon newsletter, and that way you will see when I'm live. Also, you can also follow the social media pages, because when I create the live, you'll receive a notification of that scheduled date. So how is everybody doing on this Memorial Day? Today we were open at the shop. We were kind of busy. So it was good to see a lot of people that normally wouldn't be coming in on a Monday because they're working, and just meeting lots of fun people and connecting with them, and some longtime friends that I haven't seen since the Island Park shop. So that's been quite a while. That's maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago, but it was good to connect with people. So how is everybody doing? It has been maybe 2 or 3 weeks since I've gone live with the streaming. So how are we doing? I'm going to wait a moment to receive the notification, for you to receive the notification or the question, because there's a delay. And then let's see where everybody's at. I'm going to switch over a little bit to Instagram. Hey, Instagram friends. It's good to see you too. Oh my gosh. Oh, so what I did want to do in the meantime, while I wait with my delay, is I'm going to share on YouTube and the Facebook pages the link to the blog that I will be sharing this information as we talk about the Gemini new moon, which it's the same as a full moon. The new moon, the full moon, the celestial influences, you can feel those, the energies a couple of days before during, and after. I'm just going to make my light a little bit lower and tone it down a little for myself here. A little better. And Paul says, not too bad. That's good, right? I do know that this year has kind of been like this. Actually, I should be like, say it's more been like this. Pew, and then up, and then a little in between, like, what's going on? Am I okay? Let me gather myself together. Okay, ready to carry on. So this year has been kind of spiky and kind of really interesting these days. How's the renovation going, Paul? I know that you had some things going on at home, changing some things up. Hope it's all going well for you. And so I have the content there. So first I'm going to talk about the new moon in Gemini, and then I'll answer some of your questions live, and we'll kind of see how things go. So with those who may ask a question, who may not ask a question, just know that some of the messages that come through may resonate for you, and it may there might be something that touches that's on a part of your life that's relevant at this time. Just know that, okay? So first I'm going to share some info about the new moon, and we'll take it from there. On Instagram, if you're watching on Instagram, the material is on the website, themysticalmoonstore.com, and you will go to the blog tab. It's at the top right corner, and then this is the top one, the first blog that's there right now. All right. So, and Paul says it's long and slow. Yeah. But, hopefully they are doing everything thoroughly, and we're not rushing the process, right? So thoroughly, taking their time to be careful with the details, right? All right, so let's talk about the new moon in Gemini, which brings clarity, communication, and conscious creation. I will say this with when we are in the time of Gemini, some of us find that we're chattier, more chatty, talkative than normal. So just know that that is kind of that's natural in the time of Gemini, because it's communication, words, speaking. Also, it could be also a time to really listen, right? So communication is communicating and speaking, but it's also listening and observing what's going on, what's being said, and what's not being said. So we'll talk a little bit about this. So as we step into this week's new moon in Gemini, which is today at 8:03 p.m. Pacific time and 11 p.m. Eastern time, the energy is swirling with new ideas, fresh perspectives, and conversations that could shift your path in powerful ways. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and it invites us to open our minds, speak our truth, and write a new story, one that aligns with where we're going, not where we've been. So I'm going to invite all of you to get excited about the new possibilities in your life. So your path, meeting new people, bringing in some fresh new into your life, bring in some of that excitement, and be willing and open to start new journeys, new chapters. It's all about that, right? Creativity, thinking, new endeavors, a new way of thinking, a new thing of perceiving, a new way of living and experiencing life. So this lunation is all about mental clarity, flexibility, and connection. Whether you're journaling your intention, using vision boards, helping you with your next step, or having long overdue heart-to-hearts, Gemini's influence will support you in expressing your thoughts and dreams with authenticity and power. Heart to hearts. Sometimes heart to hearts, we think of them as, oh my gosh, no. But you know what? They could be very welcoming, right? Heart to hearts where you communicate and just making sure that we're on the same wavelength with our people. Yeah. Also, let's not forget, we also have the influence that Saturn is now in Aries, quietly working in the background, asking us to level up. Saturn's lessons are rarely gentle, so but always necessary. It's like the tough love coach of the cosmos, reminding us to take action, own our identity, and lay solid foundations for lasting success. especially when it comes to leadership, relationships, finances, and self-worth. So just keep that in the back of your mind that we've got, you know, these influences with Saturn, right? Just helping us with moving forward, clearing out what needs to be cleared, having, again, those conversations that are necessary, not just with others, but with ourselves as well. So let's talk a little bit about what this new means for us collectively. So this moon offers the perfect opportunity to check in with your inner narrative. Are you speaking kindly to yourself? Like, what's the inner dialogue looking like? Like, what the heck are you doing, you dummy? Right? You just can't get this right. And gosh, what is your problem? Right? So um, try to be more, in observation mode of the inner dialogue, the way you speak to yourself, the inner thoughts that are kind of rolling around within your thoughts, within your mind, within your heart. Another thing to ask yourself is that, are you aligned with the direction you're heading? What does that mean? Well, good question. That means, is your mindset aligned, your belief systems, with where you want to go? Do you believe it's possible? Are you in intention? Are you in a high vibe place? Because here's your intention, which is like, wow, that's a big intention. That's a lofty goal. However, I need to check in with myself and ask myself, how are my belief systems? Am I getting enough sleep? Am I gossipy? What is going on with me? I need to raise my vibration to be in alignment with my intentions. That's a big one, isn't it? It's a big one, isn't it? So I'm just switching over for a second to check on some of my comments here, and then we'll continue on with our material. Hey, Tracy. Tracy has a question. Tracy, can you just hold that question a little bit and ask it a little bit later after I go over this material? Because it might not be saved there. And hi, Dana. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. So let's get honest with ourselves. Okay, I got too many windows open here. And are you really saying what you mean and meaning what you say? Again, back to the alignment, being honest, being truthful. Words have vibration, intentions have vibration, and you may be trying to fool yourself or others and say, look, I'm going to fake it till I make it. But honestly, if your action and your belief system is not aligned with what you're saying, like the whole package, right? If you're not in an integrity with yourself and being honest with yourself, then you're just going through the motions. That's a better way of explaining this. If you're, then it's like you're going to have some missteps. It might take you a little bit longer to get there. Okay. So Gemini brings curiosity and a breath of fresh air, while Saturn and Aries may challenge us to back up our words with action. Together, the cosmic pairing is a call to walk your talk, reclaim your voice, and take ownership of your path. Why are you here at this time, right? And I've said this many times, and I will continue to share this, that your path will change. Your path may not be exactly the same journey, going down the same pathway. So say you've been on 75. Down here we have Interstate 75. We have ice. You're driving down 75, and then you've been on 75 for 15 years. Well, guess what? Your path is probably going to change a little bit, and maybe you're still going to head north, but you're going to take 41, which is going to give you a whole different, a whole bunch of different experiences in your life. So just know that your path, you still may be heading north, but the experiences along the way will probably change. So just know that, right? Just so where am I at now? What are my goals? What am I passionate about? What do I get excited about? And where am I really feeling out of sorts and forcing myself to do things and force myself to be who I know I'm not being authentic. So that's part of that energy too. So some things to do, some energies to help you with working with this moon, which again, you will feel still have the effects a couple of days afterwards, even though, today is the day, the night. you're still going to have the windows of opportunity for maybe 2 days afterwards to work with this energy. So you can write a clear intention statement. Uh-oh. Hey, uh-oh. It just took me out there. Hold on here. Woo-hoo. Well, how weird. It almost locked me out. Hey, if I get bumped off, I'm coming back. So weird. So write a clear intention statement. Journal what you're calling in, but make it sharp and specific. Gemini thrives in clarity. Add a bit of air magic by reading it out loud under the night sky. Make sure I'm still staying live here. Whew, that was no fun. Number 2, anoint your throat chakra. Use a calming oil like lavender or chamomile. And I would say if you're going to use an oil on the skin, make sure it's a higher quality, like a doTERRA. Oh, no, my computer wants to update. We're not updating. But use a high grade oil, essential oil for the throat chakra, and test your skin first, like on the back of your hand before you put anything on the body, but like lavender or chamomile to help you with expressing your truth with clarity and love. You can even work with different crystals or necklaces to help with taking this intention to the next step. You can light a Gemini candle. Light a candle, especially a Mercury-based candle or Gemini-themed one, and meditate on what messages or inspirations want to come through. So if you don't have a Gemini candle or one that is specific for that, right, that intention, use your intention. Just use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy something just specifically for that. You can use your intention. You can use a white candle. It'll help, or a blue candle. That would help too. Cord cutting through communication. If you are ready to release misunderstandings or old mental patterns, write a letter. You don't have to send it to someone or something that's kept you in confusion. Burn it safely as a release. So writing it down, speaking it out loud privately, and then releasing it to the universe. So some crystals to support this lunar portal are blue lace agate, which encourages gentle and clear communication. Citrine for mental clarity and attracting aligned opportunities. Labradorite strengthens intuition and wards off mental overwhelm. Amazonite supports boundaries and truth speaking. Clear quartz amplifies intentions and helps organize your thoughts. And so some mindset themes to reflect on are, am I living in alignment with my values? What conversations need to happen to bring peace on forward movement? Where am I holding back my authentic voice and why? Why? Is it not the time, or am I afraid? Right? How can I balance curiosity with discernment? So I always find Gemini new moons to be both activating and healing. They remind me to stay open yet grounded, to listen more deeply, and to honor the sacredness of my voice. This one feels especially potent with Saturn and Aries nudging us forward with empowerment and ownership. I've got this, right? And if you've been sitting on any ideas or waiting for the right time to make a move, this is your sign your future self is waiting. So who's ready? Who's been working with this energy already? Or who is hearing this message today from Spirit and saying, okay, all right, I got the message. Like, this is my sign I've been waiting for. So I'm just going to kind of skip over to see what my friends are saying here. Hey, friends on Instagram and all the other places, YouTube and Facebook pages and so on and so forth. So who has been hearing the call and who's ready to kind of make some things happen for themselves? So Jamie says, yes. And what a lovely day. Friend says, hello. And Tracy Lynn says, absolutely. Thank you. So yeah, I've been feeling the call. To me, now it does depend. I do believe on your birth chart and all the signs and all the things you have going on in your cosmic makeup, which full moons, new moons are going to have a more challenging impact. So for me, it hasn't been too bad, I say right now, but there have been other windows, like different cosmic windows, and astrological influences that I felt a little bit more, that have stung a little bit more. So And Lisa says, yes, resonates completely. Awesome. Awesome. Excuse me while I take a sip of my hemp. Hi there, Laurie. Hello, all my friends. So does this time kind of work for some of you? Because some of you may already know that I had been streaming live on Friday mornings, and I was doing it at the shop because either I had sessions or I was helping out front, and the internet was really glitchy. I wasn't able to stream live on Instagram, and here it's at home. It seems like this is a little bit better, and Monday night. So I will say that I'm probably not going to be going live every Monday night because we have a lot of things going on at the shop. But to keep in the loop, to keep yourselves in the loop, sign up for the newsletters and follow the social media pages because I will schedule these ahead of time, at least a couple of days. And also on the social media sites, if you're following through social media setup, click the notification little icon thing. That'll let you know when an event is scheduled or a post or when I go live. So I do see on Instagram a couple comments here. So Cynthia says, I have been hearing the call. Yes, I'm so glad to hear that. Are you heeding it? What are you going to do about it, right? So Lana says, I'm hearing the call, scared to take the leap. Need a kick in the booty. I think you got this. So whenever we, I'm going to say a couple things here to speak to this. Whenever we're about to take like a huge leap of faith, it does feel scary because it's like, what if, this happens and that means we have emotion tied into it. When we have a little bit of a nervousness to it, you know what? I think that's healthy. I think it's healthy because it also shows us that our ego is in balance. It's in check. Our ego is saying, wait, think this through. Don't just do this because you're triggered or whatever. Sit with it. What is exciting about it? What is exciting you about this next phase, right? I think that's really healthy. And then the other part of this where we take the leap of faith is asking to be in alignment with the opportunities that are for your highest and most best good, and that spirit help to support you, your guides, your helpers, your team, to help to support you on your next part, with the next part of your journey. That is something I do all the time for myself. I say this all the time to help me with moving forward, it's that reminder that I'm supported, I'm guided, I am assisted, and that I know my helpers are helping me, and I'm surrendering at that same time. Okay, so I'm just kind of checking on some of the comments on the other page. And Tracy says, I've been on a cleaning, purging spree lately, getting rid of so much. Awesome, right? It felt so good when we shift energy. Don't forget, Tracy, to use a little bit of sound therapy. You might be doing this already, but I'm going to remind you or others that it's really a good idea to use a bell, toning, drum, a rattle, an affirmation, clapping, just some type of sound. That vibration helps shake up the energy, and it brings in the light with our voice or that tone, that sound, that note. So that helps too. Paul says, yep. Hi, Deborah. It's so good to see you too. And Lisa says, feeling it in all areas of my life, finances, marriage, and employment. All right. So you're being guided as a whole to move to the next chapter. And within that next chapter, it looks like there are 3 chapters within that chapter, right? 3 sections within that chapter. And Lisa says she's also purging, and Anne says, love this time slot. I'm so glad to hear that this works for you as well, my friend. Yeah. All right. So hello, everybody. So I hope that, some of the information resonated with the new moon in Gemini, and you could read the blog on the mysticalmoonstore.com, that website. I know on Instagram we can't really share links, but I'm going to share this link anyway, and you can kind of take a look at it. And so it's the Gemini new moon blog, and then on the YouTube and Facebook pages, you'll have the link there. And don't think this live video is saved on Instagram. That's something that I need to take a look at on how to save it to Instagram. I know I'm live on it, so I'm glad to see that for a change. All right. So, yes. And so Tracy says, great advice. Definitely will try that too. I'm glad that was helpful. And my friend, what a lovely day, says I'm going through it too. And I've been feeling spirit strongly. Love that. Love that. So, okay, so we're going to wrap up that part. And so I will be live here on all of these places until 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. All right. So, oh, I see another question. So my friend, one of my friends here asked a question. So full moon, you write out your intentions. I usually do. Write out my intention and I put it on a piece of paper and I speak it to spirit. I use my voice and put it out there. And I ask spirit to help me with supporting me on my journey. Usually new moons are the time of planting seeds and new beginnings. Full moons are times of release and completion, wrapping it up. Hey, Terry. Hi, Terry. All right. So I'm going to just pause for a moment because I know some of you, some viewers here have questions about the moon energy and so on and so forth. I'm going to just touch base on a couple of things. Thank you, Terry, for saying hello, because you just reminded me I wanted to touch upon a few things that we have going on at the shop in person and online. So yes. So my friend says, okay, excellent. Release, yes. Releasing. Yes. We have been, so the new moon is when the moon is a dark moon. So it's like a clean slate. We're setting us an intention, we're planting a seed. And within that cycle, that lunar cycle, we're building energy. So with the intention and the building of the energy, there are experiences that will pop up to help us with working towards that goal, right? All that happens is happening for us, not to us, to help us to be in alignment with that goal. There might be some physical work to do. There might be some planning, mapping out, releasing, shifting belief systems that bring us to hopefully closer to our goal by that full moon. And then we have completed that. Then it's time to say, thank you, universe. We're going to release what no longer serves, because usually what happens then is that as we're working our way towards that full moon, that there are some things that come up, maybe with some completion, like we've accomplished something, so we're ready to wrap that up and put it to the side. Some things that come up in our lives that we're like, oh, I don't need to deal with that anymore. That sucks. That's not, I don't want that to happen. I don't need that in my life anymore. So maybe there's some closure and some ending. So then we shift that and we say, okay, we bless it, we thank it for the experience, and we move on. And then there's that release, which is a great time to purge, to cleanse, to do cord cuttings and so on and so forth, right? So, and then you're going to integrate the phase of the moon, the astrological influences during that time. So right now we've got Mercury. So this is thoughts and communication and thinking and belief systems and the element of air. So I kind of just over explained that, but I did want to talk about that. So Terry, hi Terry. So what do we have going on? So we are, yes, wrapping up the month of May at the shop. And so this Wednesday, Reverend Michelle Love is going to be is going to be hosting her last evening circle until November 1st. Around November 1st. So if you are in the area and you have been attending Michelle's class, you wanted to join her for the evening circle, which is a meditation that she talks about. It's a psyche development class too, where she helps with helping to polish your intuition, your gift, your instrument, which is you. And then there's some sharing, and some people share messages. And then there's another meditation as we wrap up. Really lovely community. And there have been people that have been attending this class with Michelle for 10 years. So it's lovely. So she did close her center, Light the Way, my God, Light the Way. And she closed her center. And so she had asked if she could host her weekly circle at the moon. And then she's been seeing in-person clients at the moon. So, but she heads up north for the summer. She's a snowbird and heads up north and sees clients and hosts events up north in like the northeast area, and like New Jersey and New York and does that. So the last one is this Wednesday, the 28th. And then the week after, I have my crystal bowls back on first and third Friday. And then Terry reminded me by just showing up here that Candace says Terry is the co-author of the book, the We People book, We Are Here. And the book was written about the collective that Candace Strafford channels. And Terry has been the scribe, helping with translating and putting all of this information together. And Candace's last channeling before like until the fall is I feel like it's like the 17th, I think it's the 19th. It's the third Thursday. So you can join us in person or you can join on us via Zoom. And that is the third Thursday, which I think it's the 19th. I believe it's the 19th. It is the 19th. And then also at the shop, we have Goddess Circles. So Pam's Goddess Circle, Nemazine, I think I got her name right, is the second Thursday. And then Psychic Development is the fourth Saturday at the moon. And then I was invited to teach a more intensive psychic development class at Fusion Yoga and Wellness. Gina's, oh my gosh, I almost forgot Gina's last name. Gina Goodrich's yoga studio in Estero. So that'll be on Saturday, June 14th from 1 to 4:30. I can't remember. But you can go to her website and the Mystical Moon website, my website, to learn more about that. And so we're going to talk all about your intuition, the clairs, help you embrace that more so, and create a really great, stronger foundation for yourself. And I think that's all I've got right now. Oh, and then there's also Reiki Circle. So just check out the calendar, sign up for the newsletters. And again, I will continue to go live here on the platforms here to talk about different things and what's up, what's emerging. I'd love to connect with all of you since I know some of you are not in the Southwest Florida area. And it's just good to feel the energy, the collective energies. Yes. So that was a lot, wasn't it? All right. So now I think I am ready to answer some psychic questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch between different tabs. On one tab here in the live, I have Instagram. My other tab, I have my streaming software, which has YouTube and the Mystical Moon Facebook page and the Laurie Barraco Facebook page. And so as I'm shuffling, and I know some of you are going to be writing your questions, I do want to say this, that I do know that social media is so weird because some people don't do Facebook, some people don't do Instagram. And I do know that those platforms are very glitchy. So that's why I would love for you to sign up for the newsletter to know what's up, and or go to the website, themysticalmoon.com or lauriebarraco.com. I don't believe I always have my live scheduled there, but I mean, the other day, to share a little bit, I was sharing the newsletter, the weekly newsletter, and it told me that it was taken down. This was on Facebook. And so there's just some weird stuff going on with social media. So social media is not always social. And so just know that I connect with these different platforms so we can connect, right? But then make sure you're signing up for the newsletters too. Anyway, okay. So I see some questions here. All right, Jamie, you're first. So I am using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. Love this deck. At home, I also have quite a few different tarot decks as well, but I don't know. It's just, this is the one that calls to me at home. Okay, so here's Jamie's question. Business opportunity that is associated with a group out of Las Vegas. A safe investment for me. Is it a safe investment for you? So what we're going to do is we're going to pull 3 cards, Jamie. And so when I answer yes or no questions, either 2 or 3 right side up is a yes, 2 or 3 reversed is a no. So let's see. Is this opportunity for Jamie's highest and best good with this group that is connected with Las Vegas? So I'm just going to pull 3 from the top. Okay, this is really interesting. So it's a yes, but. Yes, but. So we have the 3 of Pentacles reversed. We have the Devil card. And then we have the 4 of Swords. So it's a yes, but tread lightly, right? So if it's too good to be true, well, heck yes, it is. It is too good to be true, right? But there's something here that I feel like we need to put like training wheels on or bumpers so that things don't go too fast. That's what I feel like. It could be like whoop, and then we get caught up in this chaos. It does feel like there's like there are a lot of moving parts. So just go slow. There is something there. And will you be connected with that group for a long term? Maybe not. But I do think that there's something else that may kind of like branch off of this. So it's a yes, but be cautious and take your time, because it might snowball like and become something that you're like, whoa, this is so far from what I wanted to do. And this is not what I signed up for. Just know that there's some trickster energy in there, coyote energy, coyote trickster. It's things that may not be all they seem to be. I feel like I'm looking at 1 or 2 people that are associated with this that, there's something there that you may not be able to put your finger on, but listen to your intuition. So good luck. Take your common sense with you and enjoy the ride. It's like that the Gambler song by Kenny Rogers. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Don't let anybody know what you've got. Keep that. I feel like you've got a great poker face there, my friend. So just know that, okay? Don't give them all. Don't say yes to everything. And I'm also hearing put your money where your mouth is, and that means with the other parts. Okay. I hope that that helps, Jamie. Okay. I'll just wait a moment. I see more questions. All right, my friends. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so we'll just take a moment. So again, some of these messages may resonate with you for where you're at, and yeah, right. Sometimes a message is meant for more than one person here. It makes sense. I'm so glad, Jamie, that makes sense. I'm going to switch over to my Instagram tab to see if there's a question. Any questions on Instagram, my friends? Okay, if not, I'm going to switch back over here. I see I have a few friends joining me there. Okay, so then the next question was from Anne. Any message from the ancestral grandmother I've been trying to learn about for many years? It's so strange how I feel like I'm close to her in a way because my relentless searching, and yet still haven't learned who she was or anything about her. I feel like I'm getting closer lately, but no leads have panned out. Maybe she doesn't want to be found. I don't think it's that she doesn't want to be found. I think that she wants you to get to know her on a soul level. So the question, I will pull some cards, but the question for you, Anne, is so I know you've been working at this for years, right? With putting all the pieces together, but some of the pieces aren't meant to be put together. Some of the connection is on a soul level, and it's filling in the blanks and getting to know them with their spirit, through mediumship. And as a medium, she wants to connect with you as, she says daughter, and I know you say grandmother and your granddaughter, but as a daughter in my lineage. So I felt like there's a connection with her in other lifetimes. So the two of you have traveled before, and maybe she was your mother in another lifetime. But for now, light a candle, get her photo if you can and write her name out and petition her and ask her to connect with you. Face the north, that's the direction of the ancestors, and connect with her in that way, and journal and set the intention that she share what she would like to share with you about her life and about her hopes and her fears. That's not going to be in genealogy. You're not going to find that. Probably not, right? The true her words and her words. I feel like her words want to be spoken in her heart once they're connected. It's heart to heart. That's what she says. It's heart to heart. It's heart to heart, not analytical. It's heart to heart. Her hopes, her fears. And feel free to fill in the blanks. I know you're a very detailed person, my friend, but she wants that connection first. And if you can release the having the facts to back it up, right? The paperwork, just let the paper trail, just bless it, surrender it, but get to know her on a soul level. I feel like you will find some little pieces here and there down the road, but first let's connect with her heart to heart. She's all around you. You have similar hopes and fears. And fears, I mean like concerns, like phobias, something with a phobia. And that might be connected in a past lifetime where you were her daughter. It's like she keeps claiming you as her daughter. Okay. I hope that helps a little. Oh no, I forgot to pull 3 cards. Looking at my cards. All right. Yes. So we have the 9 of Swords reversed. That's all that mind stuff. We have the Tower. And then we have the Chariot reversed. So there's some, like, I feel like she lived in kind of like a trauma, like the trauma meaning like there wasn't always a consistent theme, or we had to shift gears a lot. She had to shift gears a lot in her lifetime. And there was a lot of self-reliance as well, as what she's showing me too. Like a lot of like, I have to take care of myself. I may have had other people volunteer to assist, to help me, yet maybe they didn't follow through. So there are some parallels in your lives. And yes, it's not that she doesn't want to be found. She wants you to connect with her in a different way. Okay. All right. That helps. All right. So I'm going to wait a moment to see. I'm very thirsty tonight. Maybe because I'm talking so much. Okay, Anne. I hope that helps. All right, so I will switch over to, not Facebook. Oh, no, not Facebook, silly. Okay, Instagram. All right, so I see Cynthia has a question. Any messages from my mother on the other side? Cynthia, you know what I keep seeing is like the old cartoon way back, like the original of Charlotte's Web. Not sure why I'm seeing that. So either there's someone connected with the name Charlotte, that's a memory for you. Someone had a farm, there's a pig reference, like having pigs or a pet pig or something with that. But she's showing me Charlotte's Web. Have you been feeling drawn to watch older shows or movies or films or reading material that brings that warm, comfortable feeling for you? I feel like there's some nostalgia that your mother is showing me for you. And I feel like this is your mother as well. Remember those old diaries where they had the little lock on it? I don't know if you still have your old diaries, or She's inviting you, encouraging you to write things down some more so for yourself to express yourself, or maybe you don't feel like you have a safe place for that. And also, interestingly enough, she's pointing to eyes. So either she had some issues with her eyes, or she's talking about you needing to get your eyes checked these days. The Charlotte's Web makes sense. I know you wrote yes. You typed in yes. Can you elaborate a little bit on that with Charlotte's Web, or you're feeling drawn to nostalgia? I feel like it's going back to that happy place and remembering the good stuff. Um, she's saying because it's really important for you to feel safe and comfortable and protected. Well, it looks like there's a lot going on out here. And so she's saying to go back to your safe place. And she's also showing me for you to keep your inner circle tighter, smaller, just for the time being. And then there's like a feeling of reference to out west, like Arizona. Have you been thinking about Arizona a little bit these days? Arizona, Phoenix, Sedona, like some of those places. It's like I want to go out west. There's something there for you there. But she was talking about the eyes. So I'm gonna see if that resonated with you at all. Either there was something with her eyesight or your eyesight, like headaches or blurry vision. It's like getting this checked. So I'm not a medical doctor. I do not have a medical degree, but sometimes this is a little off here with because of stress too, right? So just it's like I want to put like a calm, cool cloth on here and just calm this down to help you get into that safe place. It's like I want to bring you into a safe, comfortable place where you can breathe and not be on high alert all the time. And Cynthia says, Charlotte's Web was one of my favorite books as a child. I always wanted a farm. Oh, you're from Nevada. Okay. So it's like going back home and just some of those happier memories. Sometimes when there's uncertainty in our lives, we look for a consistent kind of thing. So I do think that reading that book again, it will help you align with the potential and more joyful times, which will help raise your vibration. It's not to be sad about the past, but it will help raise your vibration. Okay, so she's around you. She loves you. It's like I see your mother. If she were here, she would be behind you. She would push her shoulders back and say, shoulders back, chin up, and don't look back. It's funny I'm saying that though, right? Like I'm talking about nostalgia, but she's like, don't look back. Like, don't worry about what's going on over here with people and just all of that. Shoulders back, chin up, and focus going this way. Okay. And Cynthia says her kids and grandkids are out west. Time for a visit, my friend. And I tripped and fell a few times about a month ago. I need an eye check. I do think you need to just get this, maybe new glasses. But I also think that there are also some stress symptoms, and your mother is with you. She is so with you. I've got the aroma of cherries with her too. Remember like the lip balm? Oh my gosh, whatever that was called. Like I know they have cherry lip balm, but there was that one cherry. I just got aroma of cherries with your mom. And sometimes there would be different perfumes, but there's something about sweet scent of cherry, like an air freshener. Not real cherries, but like that sweet lip smacker. I think it was lip smacker your mother saying, but there's something about that just the aromatherapy of cherry, it's going to help elevate you. Okay. All right. We'll pull one card from mom. Oh my goodness. Look, 5 of Swords. So can you see this card? Let me go over here. This card is about, see, so there you go. There's all the sets going on. Some of these things that you're concerned about don't concern you, my friend. So they don't really concern you. So don't worry about that. Okay. All right. There we go. So, Anne probably did comment. I need to move my chat. Sorry, Anne. So I will click back over to Cynthia, but Anne says she does talk to her often. From what I've learned about her husband, that makes sense. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So Okay, Cynthia, take care of yourself, okay? And do know your mom is around you. And again, I kept smelling that sweet smell of cherries. Lip smackers is what they were. Yeah. So, by the way, I don't think that you will necessarily have a farm, but you can visit farms, right? You're welcome. I'm glad it makes sense. And just take care of yourself. I do think that you need to try to slow it down, breathe, and you don't need to be in such a rush all the time. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to find some of these other questions here. So Tracy Lynn had a card that just jumped right out at the top here. So let's get two more for you. What do you see for me in the next year? Open to any messages. So like next year or this year? This year? Within this year. We're almost at the halfway mark, my friend. Okay, so you have the Empress reversed. Woo! Empress reversed. Seven of Wands reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. So you're kind of in the place, Tracy, of in between. You're in between. That place sucks because it's like, I'm just waiting for things to happen. Look at what's happening for them. Oh, look at that. Isn't that great? So this is a time of integration. So I do feel that as we move towards like November, December, within that time frame, we're going to see some things starting to move along. We're going to see some significant shifts in your life. This is the time of integration. I am being shown 13 months ago, so that's 2024, April of 2024, there were some intentions that you set into motion around that time, that there were some shifts and changes within you as a being, as a spiritual being on this planet, that now things are falling into place. Like we're still on that pathway from 13 months ago. So there's this integration that's taking place. You do not need to put so much pressure on yourself to make things happen, to keep up with what's happening with other people. There's like this undercurrent of shift and change that wants to settle. It's like you have paint, layer paint underneath the surface that's trying to dry. And so if you try to get the ball rolling, that paint is not going to dry. And it's like a foundation that wants to settle, like cement. So let's give that cement a little bit more time to fall into place. And there'll be some blessings here and there. And your guides are saying that this is the time for you to listen, to really listen to your higher self, your spirit team, to have more of that dialogue with your own thoughts. Yeah, people will think you're crazy, but no, you're not. You know how we talk to ourselves and we listen and there's the back and forth. Well, what do you think about that? Gee, I don't know. Like, what is going on there? And even asking that question, it sends that intention out there. So there's more of that, more becoming more in tune with who you are right now, with your own intuition and the inner dialogue, more of that, strengthening that and trusting yourself more so. And then things will start moving along. But it was about 13 months ago that there was a shift and your course shifted a little bit. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so this year to the next, Tracy says. Okay, so I hope that helps. Just hang in there, friend. Integration. Get to know who you are on a soul level, even more so at this point in your life, and listen to what your body's telling you. Makes complete sense. I've been really trying to connect with my guides recently, but I'm always in a hurry and need to just be present more. Absolutely. Talk to them. Okay. Who wants to come forward first? Who wants to connect right now? Which guide, spirit helper is the one that is speaking the loudest, is most prevalent in my life at this time for me to get to know and develop my relationship with them? And then so give yourself a couple of weeks to work with them, with their name, their energy, the purpose that they're helping with you at this time. Okay. Tracy, I also felt that for you, I have animal kingdom connection as well. So that is also trying to fine tune as well, like the birds, insects. A dog over here, a cat over there. Like I felt like the animal, even though birds are, I don't know what that word is. It's another word for birds. Aviary, right? Um, yeah. Anyway, so all of those, like they're like that, and those who swim, fly, and crawl, all wanting to connect with you. So just know it's like you'll be Mrs. Doolittle these days. So just know that that's coming in. It's coming in hot. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm crazy. All right, the things that they make me say. Okay, so back to Cynthia. You're very welcome, and I live out in the country in Oklahoma now. Okay, well, you get to kind of connect with them, but I do feel that. Oh my gosh, I hope that you're being careful with the weather too. My gosh, the weather's so crazy out there. So I'm glad that it makes sense. But it's time for a visit. Time to slow it down. Time to take care of yourself. All right, back over here. I'm just gonna wait for the delay for Tracy Lynn. You know what song keeps popping in my head these days? Do 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 do. That song is in my head. Is that what my guides say? Is that my inner dialogue? Oh my word. Anyway, let's see here. Deborah. Hello, Deborah. I would so appreciate any message from guides. A bit lost. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling lost. Like your compass is off. Your compass is not off. You just feel that way, right? So I'm going to shuffle. I see Tracy has a comment. I just put a new hummingbird feeder. And yes, my kids laugh at me because I save all the bugs inside. We live in Somerset, Kentucky, and tornadoes hit last week. Oh my gosh, just be really careful, everybody, right? Just there's so much drastic weather that's taking place. The weather is just drastic. All right, I'm glad you're safe though. Okay, back to Deborah, feeling a little off. You know what I'm getting, Deb, is in preparing your food with intention. Do you put specific ingredients together or charge your food? I feel like your diet is off, and that's not helping. Your systems are not all syncing up. Let me see if I can get something here. Again, I'm not a doctor. I am not a dietitian, but I feel like your body chemistry is off. And what I was being shown is doing some research and looking at the foods that you're eating. Are you just eating because you're supposed to eat? And are you taking time to prepare and put good energy into your water, drinking teas that will help with natural relaxing properties, even watching some of the proteins, like not too much of a certain I feel like there's a certain protein that has additives. Maybe you don't realize it does. And it's messing up your body chemistry and throwing you off up here. This is what I'm seeing. I felt like the body chemistry is just off a little bit here with the brain. And this has to do with foods, additives, not you could use some other minerals maybe, or vitamins. But of course, you definitely want to check with a professional to help you with that, okay? To help you with finding out what would work. But pay attention to the foods that you're craving. I'm definitely getting apples for you, apples and honey. So whatever those properties are, I feel like that would help you as well. When we have the right chemistry with the fuel that food we're putting in our body, all systems are go, and you'll sleep better. I feel like sleep is off, like all of these other things. That's why you're feeling like you're in a rut. You don't have the best fuel, because we need to map it out and plan out our diet a little bit better. And I don't know if you're able to take a bath, but I also got, let's cleanse your energy field. Let's take a nice Epsom salt bath and whew, get that like shield your auric field so you're not absorbing all that's going on. And I felt like so I know I suggested apples, but I also am hearing that there's a out of balance with some caffeine in your life right now, like maybe too much with some things. So let's see. You've got the Nine of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Page of Swords reversed. You know what your guides were saying? What are you worried about? This is what I'm hearing right now. What are you worried about? It's going to work out. Just give yourself like 3 to 4 weeks before something. I'm sorry, I'm using my hand so much. That give yourself 3 to 4 more weeks before you start to see some things happening. You know, when we're like, oh, I just don't feel like I'm okay. And that's because we're not also being in the present. We're not in the present moment, but just like things are going to start picking up and there'll be more of a direction, and more of a joyful direction. I felt like, oh, there's not as much joy as there could be in your life right now, which is why you feel lost, right? So what can you do in the meantime to align yourself and delve into what feels good and feels right for you? So just hang in there. You're all, like, there's about to be a huge shift. And I didn't even see this comment before that you had just now. No photo, no name known, but that touches me and makes me emotional in a good way. I'm glad that grandmother, she really, yeah, I just feel, why do I keep doing this? I almost feel like this is, this is such a sacred area, the throat chakra, the neck, the throat, that it's important that we protect this and feel safe, right? When we just want to like cocoon ourselves, we do this sometimes, right? I for quite a few of you here, I just felt like this area just wants to be acknowledged, channeled energy in that way. Yeah, just feels comforting and safe. All right. Well, it's 8:01, so I know I still have questions here. And my friend Gemini here says, feeling anxious. Take a breath, my Gemini friend. Take a nice breath. Bring yourself into the present moment. Breathe. Anchor it in your heart chakra, that breath. Pause and then exhale longer than you inhale. Okay? Okay. So let's see here. Next question was, there's a song. Do, 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 do. Hey, Chris, I see Chris. What did the card show me? Any one thing? Yeah, let's see what the card show you, Chris. Good to see you on here. All right, I'm going to pull 3 for Chris. Right from the top, we have the 2 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands reversed. So you know what this said? Like, I just heard the story unfold. Oh, a meeting of like-minded, someone who's like-minded, where some things are becoming ignited within you. This doesn't always mean romantic, but like a kindred soul. And then I heard, I'm out of here. I'm out. Nope. I'm not ready to open up. It's just something within that. And then that Queen of Wands reverse. So try not to poo-poo people that you're feeling that vibe, that connection with. I almost felt like it's like I'm ready to get on out there and be with like-minded people, but then I'm not. So there's this expansion and an even bigger contraction with you. So in order for things to change, we need to change our routine. So your suggestion is to get out there and go exploring, go do something different that you haven't done before. I actually feel like I want to point you in the direction of something that's like kind of hard, right? So it could be a course, it could be so it's something where you're going to challenge yourself. It's not something that's easy, because you can pretty much, you're like a Martha Stewart, Chris. You could pick up almost anything and be like, that's easy peasy. I got this. I can do this. But I would love to see you challenge yourself more so. So no cheating, something that's going to challenge you and that you would enjoy doing. But you got to get out there a little bit more so, because I just see like Spirit's like, come on, come on, this is going to be good for you. You're going to really enjoy this connection. And so it could be a person, but it could be a person that's connected with something new. Okay. Get out there, my friend. Go do it. All right. So back to Instagram quick. We see, oh, how do I say your name? I don't know how to say your name. Cheyenne? I'm just going to say Cheyenne. I don't know, because X sometimes is a sh. But okay, so any messages from angels or loved ones? We'll pull 3 cards for you quickly because we are out of time. Yes, you do have a message. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You've got the 9 of Swords. And then the Sun. What was the first one? 9 of Pentacles. There definitely is the grieving or the intentional acknowledging and ending, like that is complete. So I felt like there, sometimes we put on that brave face and we carry on. There's definitely a definitive ending that took place, that wants to take place. And once you get over that and just say, I'm going to leave it, that there's no more, that this is not for my highest and best good. There's not a lot of joy, that this is not serving me. This is not improving my life in that way. And it's almost like I felt like there's a guilt thing that you keep like doing this or interacting in a certain way. So Spirit wants you to move on, acknowledge that this is an ending. Sometimes doing a cord cutting or a releasing ceremony can help us with moving forward. But that is what I'm seeing, that there's a definite closing of a door. Throw away that key, lock it, throw away that key, and move forward, my friend. Okay. All right. I know there are so many questions here, and I will not be able to get to everybody tonight. Let's see what we've got here. All right. I just want. Okay, so back with Deb. Love the hands. Oh, wait, Deb says, a few medical things that may be simmering. Do take supplements and proteins. We'll check. Yeah, I just feel like it's just a little bit off, right? So, and it could be just, you need a multivitamin, you need B, you need vitamin D, get some sunshine, just a little bit of something. Okay, hang it in there. Good. Okay, and Chris, you're welcome. And you're welcome. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. You're welcome. Hey, Christy. All right. Just looking to see right after Chris. There was one more after Chris. Lisa says her question is, I'm open for any messages. Let's see what we've got as we shuffle. And again, feel free to sign up for the newsletters because you will I just saw my texting pop up. My friend, she's so funny. Anyway, sign up for the newsletters because you will always know when I'm going live. I'll let you know on the social media platforms as well, but chances are it will be most likely a Monday night, not every Monday night though. Okay. All right, Lisa, here we go. Oh, Lisa's got the 5 of Swords. So you've got that same energy of, ay caramba, the mind, the thoughts, they are purposeful, but sometimes we got to just catch it and call it out and ask ourselves a question. All right, this thought, is it purposeful? Is this serving me? Is this true? Is this a non-thing? Is it a no thing, right? Just to kind of know that you've got the coyote going on, that trickster energy as well. Just breathe into it and what is it? You don't have to believe everything you think. Okay. All right. I hope that helps. Okay. So I'm so sorry I did not get to everyone. You're welcome, my friend, on Instagram. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to ask Google pronunciation. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. And as I mentioned, I will put it out there at least a couple of days beforehand before I go live to connect. And it was so good to connect with everyone after 2 or 3 weeks or so that I hadn't gone live. So we'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Don't overdo it. Try to be in the present moment intentionally. Put yourself in the environment with people, places, and things that raise your vibe, that have high vibration for you. Okay. Sending you so much love. Thank you again. Mwah. Namaste.